We're getting ready for the upcoming City Council meeting here in Farmers Branch, set for 6 p.m. on Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. From the Farmers Branch City Hall, this is the 127th edition of Council Countdown here on FBTV. Hello, everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us. I'm Jeff Brady. During the next few minutes, we're going to be reviewing the upcoming City Council consent agenda and run down other items on the regular agenda for the first meeting in February. First, after a report on study session, members of our council will consider 7 separate items on the consent portion of the agenda. The first, agenda item I-1, is to consider approving the minutes of the regular meeting held January 19th. Agenda item I-2 is to consider excusing the absence of Mayor Pro Tem John Norwood for the January 5th council meeting. Agenda item I-3 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3670, ordering a general election to be held on May 1st of this year for the purpose of electing members of the City Council for Districts 3 and 5. The terms for the City Council single-member District 3 and District 5 will expire in May. The City will hold a general election on May 1st for City Council District 3 and District 5 to fill those expired terms. Each district serves 3-year terms with a 6-year limit. Approval of ordinance number 3670 orders the general election to fill City Council single-member districts for District 3 and District 5. And City Administration recommends adopting ordinance number 3670. Agenda item I-4 is to consider adopting ordinance number 3680, amending Appendix A, the fee schedule relating to fees established pursuant to Chapter 26, Businesses, Article 5, Food Establishment Rules. Now, you may remember on January 19th of this year, the City Council approved ordinance number 3675 that amended Chapter 26 businesses, allowing mobile food units, or MFUs, to apply for annual, seasonal, and temporary permits versus operating under a temporary permit category only. With new permit categories come new fees, which necessitate amending Appendix A, the fee schedule. Now, the fees for the new permitting criteria are designed to incentivize the MFUs, those operators, to apply for these categories instead of only the temporary permits. Our staff conducted a fee survey of the neighboring cities and even asked mobile food vendors operating within the city to help generate these annual, seasonal, and temporary permits as indicated in Appendix A. Other fees associated with food establishments will remain unchanged. Our city administration recommends adopting ordinance number 3680. Agenda item I-5 is to consider approving resolution number 2021-023, authorizing the execution of a residential demolition rebuild program incentive agreement for the owner of the property located at 3121 Pebble Beach Drive. In an effort to improve the quality of housing here in Farmers Branch, the City Council enacted what is called a residential demolition rebuild program pursuant to Chapter 380 of the Texas Local Government Code. And it encourages the redevelopment of existing single-family detached residential properties with the construction of newer, higher-value single-family detached residential structures. Now, in this case, applicant Thomas Cusick Custom Homes, LLC, is applying for the demolition rebuild incentive for an existing residence located at that address, 3121 Pebble Beach Drive, which has an improved valuation excluding the land value of $82,540. The incentive for this range of $65,001 to up to $100,000 includes a 4-year rebate of municipal taxes based on the difference between the original and the new home appraised value, excluding the land value as determined by DCAD, plus a $20,000 cash grant. And our city administration recommends approving resolution number 2021-023. Agenda item I-6 is to consider approving resolution number 2021-024, authorizing the city manager to approve the purchase and installation of the replacement fire alarm system at our Manske Library through the Tarrant County Purchasing Program in the total amount of $99,752. The 2020-21 budget includes $2.55 million for the renovation of the Manske Library, and one of the renovation elements is replacing the existing fire alarm system to bring the library up to current fire and building codes. The city requested a proposal to purchase and install the new fire alarm system through the Tarrant County Purchasing Program, and our city staff evaluated the proposal and have decided to award or recommend awarding the fire alarm system's purchase and installation to Texas Fire and Sound. And our city administration recommends approving resolution number 2021-024. And agenda item I-7 is to adopt ordinance number 3647, amending Chapter 2 Administration, Article 3 Code of Ethics by amending Section 2-278 definitions and add definitions of campaign contribution, amending annual certification, and adding Section 2-280 requiring campaign contribution recusal for City Council. So what does this mean? Well, this item has been placed on the agenda by request of our mayor, Robert C. Dye. The proposed ordinance number 3647 provides updates to the existing Code of Ethics ordinance. The proposed changes include adding a campaign contribution definition, adding a discretionary contract definition, requiring written certification of compliance to go with each term served, and the requirement of campaign contribution recusal for City Council members voting on items related to their acceptance of a contribution in excess of $1,000. The proposed ordinance states that the impacted council member should recuse themselves, state the grounds for the conflict of interest on record by filing an affidavit with the city secretary, withdraw from debate on that particular issue, and abstain from the vote on that matter. The recusal requirement only applies to contributions made to the members of the City Council for their current elected position and not to any prior elected positions. And in the event that a quorum cannot be obtained due to recusal, abstention would be required, and the council member may vote as long as the conflict of interest is fully disclosed on record. So, City Administration recommends adopting this ordinance number 3647 to do with ethics. And that's it for the consent agenda, and there's only one other item coming up before the council on the regular agenda. That is item J1, which is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3678 for our IH-35E corridor vision study, amending the City of Farmers Branch comprehensive plans for approximately 463 acres generally located along both sides of IH-35E freeway. The property extends from the north city limit line to the south city line and is generally bounded by the Dart BNSF Railroad on the west and on the east by Denton Drive, Rawhide Creek, Valley View Lane, the rear property line of properties on Nestle Street, Havenhurst Street, B Street, Wicker Avenue, and the rear property lines of properties fronting on Hermitage Street, the Cooks Creek Channel, and the west property line of the residential lots fronting B Street. That's a lot. You're going to have to imagine what that would look like. In addition, the council may recess into closed session, but will then reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action. For more information on those items or our full agenda, be sure to log on to farmersbranchtx.gov, and that'll do it for the February 2nd agenda. As you know, every regular meeting of the Farmers Branch City Council can be seen live right here on FBTV. That is Spectrum Channel 16 in Farmers Branch, AT&T UVerse Channel 99 throughout the DFW region, or online at www.farmersbranchtx.gov. This meeting will also be streamed live on Vimeo and YouTube. And the program will also be made available simultaneous to agenda posting on the Friday before each regular City Council meeting, and will air prior to the live meeting as well as before all City Council meeting replays right here on FBTV. And that replay schedule, by the way, is at 6 p.m. 7 days a week. All meetings are subject to change, so be sure to stay tuned to FBTV for any updates and more information. In the meantime, the February 2nd meeting of the City Council starts at 6 p.m. this Tuesday evening right here at Farmers Branch City Hall. And until then, I'm Jeff Brady. You're watching continuing coverage of our Farmers Branch City Council right here on FBTV. Please stay here.